Hi everybody! So it's officially spring and I would like to do a message for all of us. A message that also includes a little energy work and love to help you feel expanded and renewed. I know that it's Easter coming up too, and with Easter I often think a lot about the Jesus story. I think a lot about Lucifer. I explore what is conquering fear and the rebirth of self, the rebirth of the identity, not just Jesus's rebirth or resurrection, but I think about the resurrection of the collective consciousness. I really feel that we are all connected, we are all in oneness with each other, and it's time now for us to start feeling that supportive, loving, interconnected grid, which is the oneness. It's not us working as individual souls, feeling cut off, feeling alone. It's us feeling supported. It's us supporting each other. It's us knowing that it's okay to share. It's okay to be ourselves. I made 2 videos that I shared on my Patreon site, and one of the Patreon subscribers was talking about feelings of fear over the last week and why does that happen? Why do I feel vulnerable? Why do I feel the fears of others? And I did a channeled message which really surprised me. I did a message for the group, but it's a collective message, and the message was about honesty. And one of the greatest fears for the collective consciousness is we are afraid to be truly and utterly honest with each other, or even honest with ourselves. We want to paint a picture for the world, but we don't want the world to know everything. We live in a world where even government officials will say, I can't answer that. I'm not in a position to answer that question. Well, they too have secrets. Can we blame them? We have secrets. We are all hiding ourselves from each other. Therefore, the wisdom of the ancients, the history of the human race, is also not accessible, because it's inside of each and every one of us. We are the living library. Even if Alexandria burns down, even if, Egypt has a lot of buried ruins that are not yet discovered, so much wisdom out there, secrets hidden in the government filing cabinets. It's okay, because the secrets are energy. The secrets are a part of the infinite universe. And once we are not afraid to hide secrets within ourselves, then the secrets of the history or the wisdom or the truth are going to start to be accessible to us. So I share that this message comes through in this channel video for Patreon, and I did a second video, which was a heart activation video. And it was really interesting as well because fear also comes up. So we talk about energy blocks. What are energy blocks? Well, fear is one of the biggest energy blocks. Fear to speak from the heart, fear to speak your truth. We have fears, in here, in our mind. We visualize what it might be like, and it's usually a daunting nightmare. That's why we don't change, because we're afraid of change, because we visualize change to be a bad thing. But our heart too can fear change. Our heart too can fear self-expression. We can be afraid to have a loving sexual connection because of sexual abuse. There's all types of fears that block up our energy bodies. And so this heart portal activation was really going deep into fear, releasing fear. And again, talking about honesty and self-expression, but an activity to go deep inside yourself and to really access what you are most afraid of, and to talk about that openly and honestly with others or with yourself as a self-healing exercise. So if you're interested in checking out my Patreon site, I definitely encourage you to do so. I'm making videos there every week, and it's really a wonderful way to connect with like-minded souls, and we're a really close group, and it's just an opportunity to share with people in a safe space where there's no judgment. And it also gives me an opportunity to get a feel for how other souls are feeling right now through these energy shifts and changes, so I can access what is a collective exploration and make a video based on those topics, based on the comments that I get. So I'm going to relax now. I'm going to share a message with YouTube. I'd really like to make it positive because spring is such a positive time. I feel like it's not just a rebirth as in Jesus is resurrected, you know, sort of a Christian type of thing, but it's about the rebirth of the planet, letting go of the cold winter and embracing the beautiful flowers and the spring rain that transitions even into warmer days. So I'm just going to relax here. I instantly hear an echo. The message is, you are beautiful. The message is, you are beautiful. It's not just me saying it. It's me meaning it. Do you know what it feels like to feel beautiful inside? Do you know what it feels like to know how beautiful you are? Have you ever taken the time to see, to feel, to be an expression of how beautiful you are? They show me the collective consciousness is a vast space of feelings. Even being afraid to feel certain feelings. One of those feelings is afraid to feel beautiful. To know how beautiful you truly are is also a fear of the collective consciousness. So if we do not feel beautiful, then the world too manifests the echo of that reality. We create a world that now is a reflection of how we feel on the inside, which is diseased, starved, fighting, full of war, destroying, ripping apart the earth, killing all the water, animal life, being afraid to open those secret government files to know what's truly going on is really afraid to know what is really going on with ourselves. Not wanting to change, just wanting things to be simple, all the while things are continuing to deteriorate. They say, not quite. Some people really feel that the end times are still on the horizon. That too is their fear. That's not our fear. But if the collective consciousness chooses that fear, it will manifest that physical echo. What is your fear? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid to admit that you are beautiful inside? If you were to admit to yourself, to pause for a moment, to connect with your heart, to slow everything down, to say, I am beautiful. Inside I am beautiful. And I radiate that beauty in all directions. And that beauty that I am warms people's hearts. And I try very hard to be a reflection of honesty and goodness and love. If you are to say, I am a beautiful person, but something inside you says differently, says, are you really beautiful? Look at how you hurt the heart of that person, but you did it because it was benefiting your heart to feel somehow better because of revenge, or better because you're hurting inside, so they too should hurt inside. That now is the reason for the imbalances, the destruction, the tyranny of the world today. If you cannot let go of your anger, the world then too will become a reflection of you. But that is your beauty. Or is that not what beauty is? You have to decide. They say there are those who are so beautiful, would never take the time to tell themselves that. Would take the time to tell themselves, I have to try harder, I've got to do better, I hope that I didn't say the wrong thing. Constantly wondering, constantly analyzing, constantly hoping they are a good person all the time. To find out that they said something slightly off or was taken the wrong way would devastate their heart and would create a ripple of sorrow for weeks, because they care so much about doing the right thing. Now, these are the types of people who are truly beautiful, who need to take the time to state, I am beautiful. They say the greatest healing medicine for those people who are still holding on to anger and hatred, who are lost in it, who are controlling, who don't want to see change, who do not want to embrace change, who do not want to do things differently. It is time now for you too to explore what beauty is all about. If it makes you feel vulnerable, the question is why? What is your idea of a beautiful person? I recently watched the movie The Golden Compass, which is a phenomenal movie. I don't know why it didn't get better reviews. There's amazing actors and actresses in it, and the storyline is just so unique and original. Anyway, one of the female actresses, very famous, I can't think of her name right now, but she's very beautiful. And her beauty is very captivating. And how beautiful she is on the outside, you want her to be that beautiful on the inside, but it turns out that she is really confused and twisted in her idea of what is right and what is for the betterment of children and their race, their magical race. Instead of allowing what is the magical dust, which is creative, which is their gift of having their soulmate, which is like which they call demons, which are animal spirits. She finds that to be something they need to cut away from their life in order to grow differently, in order to grow more expanded. They do not need to have these spirit animals with them. They need to cut them away, which in the end is really destroying themselves, because she too in some way feels destroyed on the inside. Now her idea for the betterment of the human race is really, for their race, is to destroy it. So for her, what is beauty all about? Do you think that this type of person who feels they're doing the right thing, do you think they truly do feel like they're doing the right thing? Do you think she, deep down inside her heart, would really feel that she was doing the right thing and that her actions were beautiful? Or do you feel like she is so full of fear of change, of fear of growth, of fear of expansion, that she will do everything in her power to make sure that doesn't happen? I don't know why I'm telling you this story right now. If you haven't seen the movie, I would encourage you to watch it. You will know exactly who I'm talking about when you watch the movie. But there's something about this character that I also feel runs in the hearts of many people here on our planet. They're feeling really like their idea that is also hurting the human race or hurting their friends or family is still something they want to hold on to. How do we inspire them to loosen their grip, to realize it's okay to let go, to allow the love in, to allow change and expansion and trust in the greatest good of all? How many people on this planet do you think are like this inside themselves, like a fist clenched, and they just want to hold on to, and they don't want to unclench it and let things go and let things in? They just want to keep fighting for whatever it is they believe in, which is actually annihilation, self-destruction, creating even more of a closed heart portal and ability to feel the true love, what true love feels like. True love is peace, is patience, is acceptance of change. I'm in a place in my life and on my spiritual journey where I'm not here to demand that people do things differently. I'm here to simply share my version of the wisdom and allow people to decide for themselves. If the collective consciousness chooses to destroy itself, then I'm at peace with that. Would you find a character like this would be at peace just letting this one go? Or will they fight and demand and whatever they can do, rage a war to make sure that their ideas and their control mechanism stays in place? That's not what real love is. Real love is not control. Real love is not manipulation. Real love is not demanding, is not angry, is not fighting, is not hurting. That is not real love. So, what does love mean to you? What is love to you? What do you believe in? Question is, are you beautiful on the inside? That's all I'm supposed to share for this message. I'm making this on my cell phone right now, so if my eyes are kind of all over the place, I'm supposed to look over there, but it's a little bit odd. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I hope it gives you something to think about. It's time for us to be the love that we are and to know that it is safe to be that love. If that intimidates people, that we are love. If that intimidates people and they feel like their ego needs to make silly jokes at you for being yourself, if it makes you feel like you are going to be outcast from your family by choosing to live a unique lifestyle that is close to the earth, it cares about people in a way that is different. It longs for the expansion of psychic ability in order to connect with the spirit, with other realms, with alien beings. If that is weird, if that is dumb, that means they're afraid. Are you afraid to be yourself? Are you beautiful inside? It's time now for you to explore what this means to you and to be that which you are. That's all I'm going to share for this video. If you're interested in connecting with me one-on-one through a psychic session, I would be delighted. Please visit me at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. I hope you all have an amazing day.